Let me get my chat set up. Oh, crap. Hold on. I just backed out of my... Why isn't this... Gotta get my chat caught up. Put a thumbs up in chat if you can hear me, if the volume's okay. Put a thumbs down if there's a problem. Why isn't this... Okay, hold on. I'm having a hard time getting my... There we go. Make sure I can see all of the chat. If I leave it on top chat, can't see anything. I know the light isn't real good in here. I guess I can turn it back on. We're going to be watching the video though, so. All right. All right. Leanie says it's good. Hey, Minka, good to see you. Hello. Hello. Okay, let me turn on the other lights. We have a bit more light in here. Hey, Granny. Hello, everybody. Hey, Crab Apples. Let me turn the other light on real quick. And we still have our sign left from last time. Juice is bad for diabetics. Shocking, right? Uno momento. So the volume's okay. Hey, Susie. So the volume is okay. So let me know. And as usual, the chat is showing up on my screen. I have no way to turn it off. So if you see me getting distracted, sorry. If it wasn't for low tech, there would be no tech in my world. All right. Got another light here. Hold on. Oh, all right. Let's see if this makes it a slightly. How's that for light wise? Yeah, it still looks like a creepy 1970s trailer, but you know, maybe I can move the other light over here. That's an idea. Let me try that. I gotta look at chat too. Hey, good to see you. Have a see, Mom. All right, so everybody chat amongst yourself. Hey, Frosty, lighting is fine. Okay, yeah, because I'm gonna end up turning it off. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't actually watched either of her videos from today. I mean, I have pages and pages and pages because we haven't gone live for a month. So she was still in Kuwait, blah, blah, blah. I might go back and touch on this, but realistically, it's SSDD with her. Like, literally nothing changes. It's the same shit every single day. So let's watch today's videos, point out the hypocrisies, the lies, the disingenuous statements, and we'll go from there. And I don't know, but I have a feeling we're once again going to be able to point out nothing changes if nothing changes. So I suspect the language we get from her today will be her usual disingenuous drivel because she's trying to pander to a new audience. There is nobody new. It's pretty much, I think anybody that's been around for a second has seen exactly what it is. I mean, there's a sucker born every minute, and so there'll be a few stragglers coming in looking for, they'll look for uh, validation of their own bad behavior. So of course they're going to support it. But overall, I don't think we're going to hear anything different than what we've always heard. This whole, I suspect it's gonna be a new year, new me arc. Shocking. So, all right, let's see. Right, eat fish. It's my Grundens from Alaska. Yeah, I gotta admit, Susie, like I have been watching her since I want to say late 2016. I've said before, she had almost no subscribers. She was getting like 40 views a video, and someday I'll explain my process on how I find these train wrecks. But and I remember when she got that first viral video when she was eating like that lasagna and peeled the cheese off the top, and she got like 500,000 views and stuff. And you really started to see the true her, the ego and the smug start to show. And I thought, oh, here we go. Yeah, I'll let everybody get in here. I'm going to go back through my notes real quick and see if there's anything we want to. So we know she got the community guidelines strike, and I will say one thing, and we know that, she had, and right around the time she did that, she came on and she did that video that got deleted, where she scolded the Muslim community about them being too harsh. So maybe I'll touch on that because I've made extensive notes on all kinds of stuff, but and then the ERBs, didn't she go to the ER last time she was in Canada? As a deflection since she doesn't have a cat. Shocking. Okay, let me see. What do I want to? I guess one thing. Yeah, I'm kind of ticky tonight too. My Tourette's has just been so. A lot of times people say like I'm really animated when I talk. I learned from a very young age that if I move a lot when I talk, I can incorporate my tics into it. So it's not so obvious that I'm ticking. So when I talk, I tend to be very animated just because, if I'm always moving, it's easier to blend the tics into what I'm already doing. It makes it really easy. So the one I'm talking about is the one she did. So going back, the video she did on March 20th, the rainy Ramadan, the one she did about Ramadan, and she was having a conversation, talking to the Muslim community, how they're super judgmental. Hey, Stackish, I haven't said hi to everybody. Just everybody, thank you for being here. Um, so if you guys remember back on March 20th, she did that one where she had that like ham colored hijab on and she was, lecturing the Muslim community. And the funny thing is I kept track and she mentioned, and she directed this video. It really was directed at the females of the Muslim community. But, she said Muslim community 5 times. She talked about the Islam police 4 times. She talked about reverts. She brought that word up 9 times. And sisters, she brought up 4 times. So basically, it was her lecturing other women of the Islamic faith on how they're too harsh and they're not nice to people, especially people like her. She only brought up, oh, my Muslim sisters, oh, and brothers. She brought up men once as an afterthought. So rest assured that entire video was directed at the women of the Muslim community because as we know, Chantal hates all women. Men can do nothing wrong. Women suck no matter what. So she brought up the word judgmental 9 times. She brought up Allah 12 times. She would talk about hijabs 3 times. My whole point is it was Chantal lecturing the Islamic community on about what they should and should not be doing with people that convert to their faith. And I say convert because I'm not a follower of Islam. I don't adhere to their tenets, and so I see it as somebody like Chantal converted to that faith. I don't see it as her reverting. If I was a Muslim, then I would say, yeah, they reverted to the faith they've always been. But I say converted. Tomato, tomato. Uh, but Chantal kept bringing up like, oh, I was raised as a Christian Catholic. I can tell you, as somebody that was raised Irish Catholic, you're either a Christian or you refer to yourself as a Catholic. I've never heard of a Catholic refer to themselves as a Christian Catholic, which just reinforces the fact that Chantal might have went to a private Catholic school for a hot minute, but there was no faith in her family. She was not raised Catholic. She didn't get smacked by nuns, none of those things. Um, but yeah, I brought up that she only says brothers. As far as the Muslim community, she only brings up men once. This low key. It wasn't a rage video. It was trying to be her being smug and scathing towards the women of the Islamic faith. But yeah. So if hopefully everybody knows what I'm talking about. But she kept saying, "Oh, I'm addressing my fellow sisters," because fellow sisters get judgy to revert. So like I said, it was Chantal hating on women because that's what she does. And then she said something about, oh, and I just took my Shahada last September. No, you didn't. This video was from March 2024, and you showed us taking your Shahada, or whatever it's called, the Shahada, yeah, in January of 20 23. So you took it over a year ago, possibly even longer, because that might have been an older video. So the whole lying, making it sound like you've only been a convert for 3, 4 months. No, that's not how that works. Because calendars, they're a thing. Let's see what else. This one really got. Let's see. But basically, the what I have written down is that. But one thing she said that I have highlighted is maybe I should have done some research before taking the Shahada. And the way she made that statement, maybe I should have some research. I really think it was something specific that somebody said to her. The way that phrase came about is I think somebody said to her, well, maybe you should have done some research before you did this, because it was a very specific non-Chantal comment. So, and I really do think it was said to her. And it just, once again, we know Chantal has very little insight into the things she says and does. So that's why I really think that this specific phrase was said to her. Um, so anyway, that's just one thing that I wanted to. And then what we can do, I figure, is review the two videos from today, and then we can go back over, the last, since she's been in Canada's videos, because I there's no point going clear back to all the stuff she did. Oh, gosh, thanks, Granny Noodles. Love your lives, Grebo. Thank you, thank you. I'm currently saving for an iPad, maybe a computer, I don't know, some way to stream better so we don't have to go old school and prop an iPad up in front of another iPad while I read the comments off of my broken phone. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm not ignoring everybody. Hey, Princess Alyssa, good to see you. Hey, Burnt Cheeseburger, good to see you. Okay. So rather than go back over the last month's worth of notes, it's just like I said, the specific smug, I hate women, misogynistic, anti Muslima video really extra got under my skin. So that's why I brought that up. But what I figure we can do is go over the two videos that she did today, and then from there I can decide how far back I want to go. Because realistically, what all can I say? I mean, yes, I can continually point out her hypocrisy from the last month. I can continually point out um, her how misinformed she is. I can continue to point out her use of the English language is sad at best. But we all kind of know these things. Like this is nothing new. It's nothing changes as nothing changes. I will say though, like Yoda said, do or do not. There is no try. So Chantal is still on the I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna try that. No, 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 no. So uh put a one. Hey, Colleen with a K. Sorry if I didn't say hi to everybody. I dove right in. My apologies. Hey, Goose Chuck, good to see you. So put a one in the chat if you want to watch the two videos from today so we can discuss. And then from there, depending on how much time and energy we can potentially go back over the pages and pages of things that she has said, to highlight her hypocrisies and her Rage fills diatribes. So one in the chat. So yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't watched either of her videos from today. That will tell you how sick I am. No, I'm not sick of it. It's just I'm in no rush because I know she's not really gonna drop any tea. She's not gonna say anything new. So there's no point. It's just like we'll wait a little while. We'll go back, we'll watch it, and we'll pick up the little bits and pieces of the truth, because Chantal always tells on herself. But rule number one, Chantal lies. So, uh, but do I think she's in Canada to stay? No. And here, let me go over this with you guys real quick, okay? Because everybody's like, she can't afford a ticket back. And so the thing is one thing. Let me erase this. Man, I wish I had an old school chalkboard instead of these new ones. They're almost weird, like they're plastic coated or something. Okay, so I'm gonna go over like why her flying home. I don't think her flying home this time. I don't think it cost her a dime. It was a return ticket. I believe it was a return ticket from one of her previous flights to Kuwait, because I'm pretty sure you can't fly into Kuwait on a tourist visa without a return ticket to your home country. So let's say like when, so like like last year, uh, I'm left-handed, so this is going to be really hard. So, but like she got to Canada, let's say in 2003, she got into Canada. Remember, she came back in February, and she flew back to Canada, and she flew home to Canada in February 2023, got rid of the cats, and then she went back. So that means that's going to be round trip. She has a return ticket to Canada. But then we saw her leave from Kuwait and go to Thailand, for a visa renewal, right? And that was a round trip. We saw it. She admitted to border hopping, but she still had this return ticket. So what happened is from March 2023, she had a return ticket. So I really think in December, this last December of 2023 was when she finally used the return ticket here, right? So that was already paid for. So, right, she came back and then she quickly hopped on a plane to fly back because salad and poop gate. So, if you think about that, she flew back, you know, January, sorry, I'm left-handed, so this just doesn't work out. 2024, she flew back to Kuwait. Well, she still had a return ticket. So she didn't buy a ticket to come home. So what happened is in March of this year, she used that return ticket to come home. So now she's home. Salad didn't have to buy her anything to get her home, but now that she's in Canada, she needs to pay for another round trip to leave Canada, go to Kuwait, and there will be a return date. Hopefully, this makes sense what I'm saying. So, Salad didn't buy her anything to get her home because she wanted to go home. This was all like I said, when she leaves Canada, she flies to Kuwait, and whether she border hops in the middle to Thailand or over to Bahrain or whatever, she still has this return ticket to get home to Canada, which is what she's used, and then when she went back because of Poopgate, she used the return ticket here in March. So now she needs to get money for a ticket to get back to Kuwait, which will have a return date. No matter how many times she border hops in between elsewhere, she still has this return ticket. And I'm just wondering, how much money does she actually have? Because if you think about it, um, so okay, I said thank you to Granny Noodles. Thank you. So if you think about it, let's see, where was I going with this thought? So she got her suspension. Here, I'm going to write it like this and then I'll flip it back up because, like I said, I'm left handed, so it doesn't work out. So the end of March, so end of March 2024, she got a 7-day suspension. And then we're into April 2024, and she's kind of took a week off. So 1 week off. So she's not getting as many. And so this means come April's payday on the 21st or 22nd will be cumulative for March. And she had a week off because she got suspended. And now, for April 2024, she'll get paid for that in May. But she hasn't gone live. She didn't get a bunch of super chats when she did. She's taken a week off. So I think both April and May's paychecks, they're not going to be peanuts. It's probably more than I make because, people throw money at her for memberships and stuff, but she and she's probably just going to couch surf this entire time, but I'm just wondering, you know, how how long, well, how long before you wear out your welcome? It's obvious she can't live stream wherever she's staying. She's not showing her family. I think that they really did say, don't show us. We don't want to be on camera. We don't want to be part of, this shit show. Uh, Okay, let me look at chat. Sorry, I'm just kind of on a little tangent. You know how it is. I have so many things to say. I go so long without going live that when I do go live, it's like, bleh, no thoughts. And like I said, I have so many notes. There's just no point. Uh, yeah, she needs another round trip ticket. So when she came home this last time, that was just the return ticket on the last round trip ticket. And so it didn't cost Salad anything. But now she needs to come up with the money to get back to Kuwait, which will have a return ticket. And she probably gets an open ended ticket. But those open ended tickets tend to be a little more expensive because, they're flexible. You can move them around. So. Oh, wait. Was there a super chat from Goose Chuck? Oh, Goose Chuck. Oh, thank you. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to miss that. Like, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm on a tangent. So, Granny Noodles and Goose Chuck, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. On my eyes. Every dime will go to upgrading whatever it is I have going on right here. It's like Mr. Grebo, not to trauma dump, but I'm Gen X, man. It's like, you know, suck it up, Buttercup. But yeah, he hasn't worked really in the last like 7 or 8 weeks. So it's like, I don't have a lot of extra money to be spending on equipment and stuff right now. So I appreciate that, Goose Chuck. I'm so sorry I missed that. And I caught Granny Noodles. So, okay, let me go back over the notes. Oh, yeah. Goose Chuck. Her videos, they kill me every time. Hey, stupid. Let's see. Let me see. Okay, everybody's just BSing amongst themselves, which is good because, you know, like I said, that's what we kind of do here is, it's like I'm the background noise, like at a party, and everybody talks amongst themselves. I'm not the main attraction. I'm just the music playing in the background. If you want to listen, that's great. If you guys want to have a good time talking to each other, because it's nice, because we just don't get to do it. And I like the fact we have, some old school Chantal historians in here. Like, now none of us are noobs here. We've been watching this train wreck for a hot minute. So do you guys just want to just go right into, uh, oh, hey, is no Justice, hey, Justice, good to see you. Um, do you guys want to just go into the two videos from today, which makes no sense? She doesn't upload for a day or two, and then she uploads two in one day, which kind of cannibalize each other. There's no, it's like she thinks she's smarter. than conventional wisdom, but I guess, they say ignorance is bliss, so she must be just the happiest person on the planet. So let's watch these two things from today, and then we can discuss diabetes, problems from diabetes, and just in general with why. I'm going to guess, unless she does something stupendous today, I don't think we're going to see anything markedly different from her normal behavior. So I don't think this new month, new me thing is going to go anywhere. Like I said, I haven't watched today's videos, but I suspect. Uh, but I will say one quick thing about when she was doing that ERBs, or excuse me, when she did that over the border hop. So let me get this straight. You can plan to the point where you can bring a passport with you to get to the United States, but you forgot to pack a charger that works. Hmm. So either you're the most incompetent YouTuber on the planet, and I'll give you that. There's no quality, low effort, and then there's whatever you are down here. But nah, it's just like for whatever reason, maybe what she filmed didn't fit into the narrative because she ended up having to go to the ER with her norovirus. So here's what I know. When you are so sick that you need to get to the ER, driving yourself is usually not how it goes, right? If you're so sick you need to go to the ER. So she drove herself there, and she said she had the norovirus where it was just going and she couldn't stop going. So, okay, if you're so sick, I can't see you driving yourself there. And then she talked about how she was hooked up to the IVs, and every time she needed to use the washroom, she had to unhook herself and get to the restroom, and it was a real pain in the butt. So, let me tell you this, that's not how explosive diarrhea works. There would probably be a commode in the room with you if things were that bad. So if it was to the point where you didn't need a commode sitting right next to you on your bed, etc., I don't think that you needed to go to the hospital for this norovirus, which leads me to believe that A, it was for sympathy, or B, maybe it wasn't norovirus, and maybe there was something else going on, like, oh, I don't know, high blood sugar? Ketoacidosis? You know? But then how, oh, I spent the day in the ER, and she did say something that really stuck with me. Is she said to do, well, what was it that she said? What was it that she said? She said that the doctor wanted her to try to tolerate some food before she left. Oh, but I couldn't eat anything. So, regardless of why she was there, I suspect the doctor said, hey, I need to see you eat something before you could go. And Chantal chose to not eat for a while, almost maybe malingering, right? And then, so when she said, oh, they finally discharged me at the middle of the night, nobody that's been admitted to hospital gets discharged in the middle of the night. What it was is they kept you in the ER until you finally complied, you ate something, maybe they gave you some insulin, but they're not going to let you go unless they see you eat. Because, so like I said, I am not a doctor, but I have sufficient enough experience with emergency rooms and doctors because of my own situation that I'm just not buying it. I'm just not buying it. And then she said something about my blood sugar was through the roof. So I'm gonna guess that that might be the reason why she was there. And then finally she decided to eat something, and then they discharged her, in the middle of the night. And one other thing that I did ask myself, how they gave her the private bathroom because of the norovirus. Well, the other thing I'm wondering is maybe she did have norovirus, maybe she didn't. But could they have seen on her records too that she had C. diff, and was it not adequately treated C. diff? Because we don't know if that adequately got treated. She kind of just blew it off. And I can tell you what, C. diff is, you think hospitals worry about norovirus, they're 10 times as worried about C. diff because there isn't a lot they can do to combat that. So it's just a thought. But yeah, she drove herself to the ER. She was healthy enough to film. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, if you're in the ER And one thing she showed from her thumbnails is her blood pressure was like 109 over 69 or something. You know, it was really good blood pressure. Well, she showed on the thumbnail, if you look, they didn't have a pressure cuff big enough to go on her upper arm where it should have been. So they had a blood pressure cuff on her forearm. And I can tell you right now, you're not going to get a super accurate reading from that. So 109 over 69, yeah, that's, because it's not reading in the right spot. They did not have a blood pressure cuff big enough to go around that the meaty girth of her upper arm. And those large blood pressure cuffs are extremely big. So, A, were they out of the extra large BP cuffs? Or has her arm now gotten so big that they just don't have one big enough? So they had to use the large one on her forearm. I don't know. You tell me. Yeah, but I'm wondering, was it because she had norovirus, or did they stick her in her little private room off to the side because they're wondering if she still has C. diff? I just can't see anybody that has norovirus driving themselves to the hospital and having time to unhook themselves to get into the restroom. Things like that tend to be, you've got a commode right there in the room with you because when it's time, it's time. And it better be right there, or there's going to be a problem. Not like, I'm going to unhook my IVs and I'm going to walk over to the bathroom. And we know she has no gallbladder because of the way she eats. She has problems controlling that kind of stuff. Sorry, I was brought up. You just don't discuss these things in public, but you know what I mean. Um, so, all right, let me get today's video set up. Let me look at this real quick. Oh, hey, Laura, thank you. Thank you, Laura. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Hopefully, you're feeling a little better. Mr. Grebo, Mr. Grebo, Mr. Grebo. I can't even talk about it. We saw that he pulled down my greenhouse today. I didn't ask for that. Then he went through all my pots and he weeded some of them. I have this fucking hollyhock I've been keeping alive all winter. I got from Snivel and Weasel. I was so excited. Yeah, he yarded it out of the pot, threw it away because he thought it was a weed. I just told him I couldn't even have a conversation. That's why I went live, because I was actually afraid that I might actually need the blue tarp and the shovel. I'm livid, livid, and just so incredibly upset that he did that. I don't mess with his stuff. I don't mess with his boat stuff. I don't mess with his guitars. And so for him to do this, and so now it's getting down in the 30s still here at night, but I don't have the greenhouse up, and he's murdered some of the plants. Just anyway, let's go back to Chantal. That's a whole other kettle of fish. Um, Yeah, crab apples. Yeah, you're a plant person, you know. It was just, yeah, Blondie. I looked out. I'm like, why is that pot sitting over there? And I'm like, where's the hollyhock? He goes, what? That weed that was sticking up? And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I just, yeah. Anyway, so, yeah, I know he's cute and he plays guitars, but I'm telling you, ladies, I have the patience of fucking Mother Teresa. Trust and believe. Um, Let's see. Let's see what's going on. Something happened to somebody. Heidi, I have sick leave. Ooh, that is not good. So Heidi, I had that hyperemesis. So when I was pregnant with Grebo Jr., and it wasn't just like, oh, morning sickness. It was 24/7 throwing up to the point where for the I lost weight the entire time I was pregnant. So for the first 5 months, I was pregnant, I actually lost weight. I was on bed rest. I'm not going to go into the specifics of all the hospital time, premature labor. It was just bad. And I kept losing weight. And then the day I had Grebo Jr., I was only 20 pounds heavier than the day I had gotten pregnant. And then after I had Grebo Jr., like 5 hours after I had him, I weighed in like 12 pounds lighter than I had before I got pregnant. So I feel you, Heidi. When I've never been so sick in my life. I just, yeah, it's miserable. You lose weight and you get so thin, and your body starts to eat itself, and your teeth get wiggly, and so no, it sucks. Yeah. Yeah, and the thing is like if you complain to doctors, they'll you'll get told that you're malingering or it's your imagination or have you tried this? Drink some ginger ale, and it's like, yeah, no. It's to be that sick, it's just it's like being seasick 24/7, and like if you've ever been seasick, you just want to die. Like there's just no way around it when you're that sick to your stomach. So, um okay, so I said thank you to Laura. I said thank you to Goose Checking. Okay, let me turn the lights off. You guys chat amongst yourselves, and then we can watch today's videos. Okay. All right. Okay. You guys see me? Okay. Turn this on. Power on. Bluetooth pairing. Bluetooth connected. Okay. So I need to. I'm gonna leave my headphones on, and if I sit by the speaker, so here, let's see how this. Hey there, Beezers. Want a personalized video thumbs up to you that you can keep forever? Maybe a special shot. Thumbs up if the volume is good. Just let me know in chat if the volume's good or not, if I need to adjust it.
So, or maybe you just have a pressing question for me you want answered. All you have to do is request a personalized video or direct message from me on Cameo. It's super easy. Cameos also make great birthday or special occasion days. Hope to hear from you. Bye.
Welcome back to another vlog. Okay. So the Cameo was plenty loud. What I'm gonna do is, hold on. I'm going to push play and let me know how it's sounding. Oh, sorry. So everybody says it's good. You guys say there's no sound? Oh shit, did I hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, how is my volume? Give me a thumbs up if my volume isn't too bad. Can you guys not hear me? Okay, Frosty's saying he can hear me. Grateful says he can hear me, but the sound's muffled. Yeah, because I've got that. So, okay, here, let me rewind this and we'll try this again. Welcome to being white trash. And I'm done. Oops. Okay. Good morning. Welcome back to another vlog. So today I have an early appointment. So how is this? I would grab some breakfast at Tim Hortons. Hear her? So I'm gonna grab a everything bagel with cream cheese and some OJ. Tim Hortons has really good OJ, so I find orange juice usually gives me heartburn, but the one at Tim Hortons usually doesn't hurt my stomach at all. In Canada, there's like a Tim's at every corner, I swear. I won't complain about the gas prices. I think I've done that enough. Okay, can you guys hear her? And I'm done complaining, but
They are very high. I know we're all feeling the same pain. So I just put some gas into my car
Okay.
and I'm ready.
Can everybody hear Chin's talking okay now? And hear me? Thumbs up. 2 thumbs up if you can hear me and you can hear her. 1 thumbs up if you can only hear one of us. Yeah, let me know.
To head to my appointment. It was pretty cold and rainy today.
So here's the diabetic eating the bagel. Carbs on carbs. Oh, with a bunch of fat because of the cream cheese. Does it sound like I'm yelling or no? It's okay. Right? Sugar, carbs, and fat.
Now I know I'm not like a health or fitness guru by any means, and I could
And
be
an
doing
orange
a lot
juice.
better, but I just enjoy, the nature and going for a walk here and there. Nothing special. Hey guys, so we're out here just going for a walk, and yeah, it's kind of rainy, blew me out.
So how much you want to bet she walked? Maybe because that she probably walked like a minute from the car, which is like 20 yards from the car, and is trying to pretend that this is like a 5K marathon.
But it's like sprinkling, so it's all right. Looks like a haunted forest.
Right, Princess Alyssa? I can't watch her.
I don't know.
Waddle. It makes me motion sick. Oh, here we go. Another 10 yards. Woohoo!
Alright. I walked for about 15 minutes. Now I'm just gonna head back.
So it says I walked for 15 minutes, but that's not how that works. The point is you need to get your heart rate up into the burning calorie zone for X amount of time. Not from the time you get there and get out of the car and it takes you 15 minutes to walk 10 yards. There's not that many calories burned, and it is a fact that if you overconsume calories, walking is very good for you cardiovascular wise, but you are not going to lose weight just walking, especially with the way she eats. Sorry. Exactly, Sarah. Exactly, Frosty. Yeah, she didn't go very far. Look at that.
In Kuwait, it was palm trees. Here, it's pine trees.
Here is, and then she doesn't even know what kind of tree that is.
You guys, check out this quote from today's
Okay,
page on my
real
agenda.
quick, I would like to point out, so she's got herself a day planner, and notice, she's got, bagel and OJ for breakfast, and, and then, what is that, walk 30 minutes? You know what, just because you write it down doesn't make it the truth, Chantal. So, and it's like, this is just performative. This is performative BS, but okay, go off.
Very often a change of self is needed more than a change of scene, A.C. Benson.
Yeah, wherever you go, there you are.
So since I started using a planner, actually using it, I find that it really helps my anxiety. For some reason.
Okay, real quick, I'll stop pausing this, but here's Chantal discussing, she has basically recreational anxiety. It kicks in when it's convenient for her narrative. But I also since I've been writing stuff down, you know what? Just because you do something like 48 hours in a row doesn't make it a habit, doesn't make it something you consistently do. You know what? Do it every day for a month and then come back and tell me about how much it helps you. But this is performative BS. And this is what she does every single time. And so I'm not seeing any change. Okay, I'm going to push play. I just haven't seen this yet.
I don't know, but I find it comforting. I have a little evening routine where I But just wind down, getting PJs, comfy PJs that I got from Pennington.
Her evening routine
and,
for all
week,
the week she's been in Canada.
I'll have to do that. Anyways, and then I just plan for like whenever the next day, some more things I think of for the week. You know.
Sorry, and then I just plan. So here's the deal: if you a plan not followed by an action means nothing happens. So planning and doing are two separate things, and saying, "Oh, I'm going to try to," versus just doing the thing are two very separate things. So here's plans to make plans, to talk about the plans, but nothing changes if nothing changes, Buttercup.
Yeah, I'm trying to make the most out of this visit and get enough things done. So, yeah. And quick health update, alhamdulillah, that I think I'm completely
exactly goose truck
virus. It's not a flu that stays very long. It's like only a few days. So, yeah. But I feel 100% better. And yeah, I'm feeling good. So, can't complain. Yeah, so actually I have a
So real quick, the last time one of you guys went to the hospital, you were so sick that you needed to physically go into an emergency room, because that's what an emergency room is it is something that is emergent, that you are actually afraid that you might not make it, or it's just a problem that's going to get markedly worse, and so if she was that sick, and then what, the next day, 2 days later, she's out walking and stuff, doesn't sound that serious to me.
Pizza date with my aunts for lunch, and we are going to get together and make cauliflower crust pizzas. Don't remember what cauliflower crust tastes like, or if I've ever had it. I'm not sure, but cute dog running around in the background. I'll show you guys what it turns out to be like and how good it is. There's going to be pineapple on it, but I'm actually kind of craving that, so I don't mind. Sometimes I crave it. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that. Whatever.
Nobody cares, Chantal. Nobody cares.
This is just about the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
We're all here because we just want to see how this train wreck ends.
Bees that are nesting because it is nesting season, and they are choosing interesting places this year to nest. I've never seen this before, but some of them are nesting in fast food driveways, and some are nesting in parking lots and in places you just wouldn't expect them to, and they just like stay there and they nest and they sit on their eggs for a few weeks. Now, one was right in the middle of a LCBO parking lot, and you see the mother goose nesting, and the male is just standing vigil protecting it, and there's a gate put by the government, by the city, and a sign warning people not to approach it because they can be very protective. No, anyway, it was
they're
so
aggressive.
Cute. And early spring has some beautiful plants and trees budding, and the flowers are growing. It's so nice. All right, and here are the small pizzas.
Notice
to eat with the.
Notice she has to say the small pizzas. Like, those are personal sized pizzas, so that would be enough for any one of us, I would guess. But notice she has to point out for the small pizzas, because to her these are small, and God only knows she's got to share one with her aunt. Jesus, this is an appetizer for her.
The cauliflower crust. They look so good, you guys. The crusts are from Farm Boy, by the way. They're pre-made. They're gluten-free, and they are delicious.
Notice she's with her aunt, so she's actually using cutlery. This from a woman who eats, food with her hands, left, right, and center, ambidextrously overeats. But yeah, now she's going to use a knife and fork. Make it make sense.
Like, they have a bite and a flavor to them. It's so good. I would eat this again. And a few hours later, for like an evening snack, we have some lime tortilla chips and some garden fresh salsa. All right, guys.
So I will say, no, she said garden fresh salsa. She loves to throw in the words fresh, organic, healthy, all the buzzwords. But you know what? Calories are calories. Carbs are carbs, especially when you've got raging uncontrolled diabetes. So my question is, so eating chips, how many carbs are in those chips?
So for visuals for this segment of the video, I decided to use a variety of clips, but I want to talk about wanting to go home. One thing I've been really struggling with the past few times I've
So
come in on.
this looks to be like an old clip from when she was still in Kuwait. So in her vlog from today, she's putting in clips from when she was in Kuwait. So this is a very old clip.
Back and forth between
She hasn't had henna on her hands for a hot minute.
Canada and the Middle East is the inability to express my feelings regarding the reasons the trips have been happening. And so I decided to try and organize my thoughts a bit, and here's what I came up with.
Yep.
Number one, of course, there is the obvious. I am chronically impulsive.
So listen to this. These are all excuses. You know me, I'm impulsive. No, you have no self control. You want what you want it now. You're not willing to be uncomfortable, you're not willing to change. And because you can't even be bothered to actually vlog anything you're doing because you're so incredibly uninteresting, that you're going to give us a smug little lecture on you know how you are, you're gonna change, and you're gonna throw in a bunch of fucking B-roll so you can get your video to over 8 minutes, so you can get your mid-roll ads in. Desperate much?
Yes, it is very annoying. Besides that, imagine you are who you are, and a big part of you was shaped by the culture and society you were brought up in. Now imagine that unexpectedly you fall in love and get married and spend a great amount of time integrating yourself in.
Spend a great amount of your time integrating yourself, what I think she's going to say, into Salad's culture. You have been sitting in that condo by the sea for about a year. You are not going out, you are not integrating yourself, you're not interacting with other people, you are doing fuck all. So don't sit here and lecture us about, moving to another country and adopting their culture, because you are the exact same person today that you were a year or 2 years ago. It's you sitting in front of a camera overeating by massive quantities. The only difference is now you're wearing a hijab to cover your ever expanding face, and to hide the fact that you've gone completely bald. Yeah, it seems like some female pattern baldness runs in your family, but the majority of your problems comes from your terrible diet. You did this to yourself. You haven't integrated yourself into fuck all.
Or new significant other's culture, and that culture deeply embraces the religion you now follow. So you start to feel like this is your home. But there are always things about your first home that you miss, and probably always will.
So what happened to Canada sucks? It's a bunch of lewd, terrible Westerners with rapists and drug addicts on every corner, peeing on the streets, and I'm never going back to Canada. The taxes are too high, blah, blah, blah. What happened to that narrative? Oh, that's right. You need to come home and mooch off of the system. You need to leech off of the system, off of the country that you were just smack talking. And I say leech because you've not paid your fair share of taxes.
It's like a tug of war. It all comes down to both countries have pros and cons. My husband, my cat, my hamster are my immediate family now, and I miss them in our seaside apartment.
Yeah, that translates to I got myself a fake man that I paid for, and I like to flex on all the haters because where's your man? Remember, not that long ago, Chantal said, like, well, don't you change for your man? Don't you obsess over him? Like, she really thinks a healthy relationship with somebody else is stalking them inserting yourself into their life and then showing them how wonderful you are by just, smothering them. So basically she's had to pay a scammer to keep her around. And so the only reason she's staying in Kuwait, I think, is two reasons. One, because she wants to flex, I got a man, even though they're not married, it's a lie. And number two, because to come back to Canada would be so prohibitively expensive. A, she would have to put in a lot of work. She'd need to find a place. She'd have to get all the stuff. I mean, it would take a significant amount of work. And number two, it will be expensive. She can't afford, I just don't think she could afford to actually get a place in Canada at this point.
Miss the Middle Eastern culture. I know the heat in the summer is bad, but I will bear it. We will deal with obstacles.
What happened to I'd rather die than spend another summer in Kuwait? Flip flop much?
As they come, and we will do it together. I miss hearing the call to prayer. I never realized before how difficult it is to understand someone's life or decisions without being them, without truly knowing what's going on in their mind and hearts. But I'm trying my best to explain. In the end, it all comes down to having to pick a place and sticking with it, and I truly, in the deepest crevices of my heart, want and need to be with my family in Kuwait. And
let me translate that for you. I truly, from the deepest crevices of my heart, have weighed both my option, and I have decided that being on a tourist visa with my fake scammy husband in Kuwait requires less energy and less money than me being back in Canada and behaving like a responsible adult. Ergo, I will stay in Kuwait as long as humanly possible. Plus, with the bonus added addition of being able to flex on the haters, because where's your man? You're welcome.
Visit my family in Canada and not the other way around. I cannot make those who do not understand why I love the Middle East understand my reasons, so I won't even try.
Exactly, Salt and Sass.
So all that being said,
all this
I
is
really,
B-roll.
really, really want to try harder than ever before to do more content over there. More day in the life, more cooking, traveling, shopping.
So all plans to make plans. Oh, I need to do more. You know what, Chantal, you've been over there, established supposedly for about a year and a half, and you have yet to do any of these things realistically. You've done a few things. So once again, here we are planning to make plans. We're talking about I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, which is exactly the same thing that Chantal does all the time. She's not willing to be uncomfortable. She's not willing to change her behaviors. And so it's the same old verbal diarrhea. I'm gonna, Do or do not. There is no try. Yoda said that, and he's smart.
Parks and more. I want to travel to many countries. Thailand was fun, and I want to live life to the fullest. Or maybe like 2/3 to the fullest. I like doing things, and I also like laying like a seal in my cozy bed with.
Yeah, so you can't have it both ways. Laying like a seal in her cozy bed. I like how she's co-opted everybody, talks about how she lays around like a seal. So now she's adopted that and made it into something cutesy. Like, oh, it's so cute. I'm laying around like a baby seal. No, you're laying around like a 500-pound overweight death fat in a box in a foreign country with very little exercise, basically having your grifter fake husband bring you whatever you want. So it's not cute. You can't have it both ways. Either you're going to live an exciting life and you're going to completely change everything, or you're going to continue down this same path where you lay around, you eat too much, you don't deal with your diabetes, and you're going to unalive yourself sooner rather than later. You can't have it both ways. Either you need to become incredibly uncomfortable starting right now and work very hard, or nothing's going to change.
My family and doing literally nothing for a while. Honestly, another way I can describe all this is moving back here to Canada. It just doesn't feel like me anymore or who I want to become. And don't get me wrong.
Moving back to Canada just doesn't feel like who I want to become. Once again, that translates to it's going to take a lot of money and a lot of effort to get reestablished here in Canada. And me being the lazy fat fuck that I am, I'm choosing to stay with the grifty, scammy dude on a tourist visa in a foreign country because I think that somehow protects me from having to pay taxes, and he does everything for me.
Canada is a beautiful country, and Canadians are amazing. And it's
Sorry, I keep pausing. Canadians are amazing. What happened to them being filthy, vile heathens? Those terrible Westerner, uh, um, oh, what's that word? The Western, I've dropped the word, but yeah, just not that long ago, she was never going back to Canada, and she couldn't stand the unwashed heathen masses of terrible Canada.
not anything like that. It just feels like taking 2 steps back in life. I've also been through a lot of bad stuff here. I've been through good stuff and bad stuff here. And that's why I am having some counseling while I'm here, because to try to just come to terms with why some of the bad feelings, make me feel the way I do while I'm here. So anyway, I know my life is a roller coaster and most of you are dizzy, but I hate to tell you, and I'm so sorry, but we're going for another spin.
Okay, so sorry? Sorry means, so, Chantal, you're an English major. Sorry means, I hear what you're saying. I acknowledge I have done something wrong. I apologize for how it has made you feel and affected you. I am now going to course correct. Which is not what she's going to do. So Chantal, sorry is just a word to you, okay? You're not sorry. You're not sorry at all. Stop lying.
I'll see you guys in the next video.
Oh, well, sorry.
Take care.
So that was a lot of B-roll footage. There was nothing useful to see there. Same old, same old. How about we watch... Let me turn my headphones back on real quick. Okay. Can you guys hear me now? Give me a thumbs up. I have to find the next video. I'm getting archives from the farms because I refuse to give Chantal even a view. Okay, all right. So, okay, so good. Everybody can hear me. So I think pretty much that right there was it was Chantal doing and saying what Chantal always does and says. Oh, I'm going to do this. I plan on doing that. I want to live life to the fullest. I know I need to get my life together. I mean, it's just the same shit, different day. It's nothing new. And, I say this all the time that if I do not believe Chantal has binge eating disorder, but I do 1,000% believe that she is a food addict. She has been told by doctors she is a food addict, and so she needs to cut out the fast food. And though you need food to live, you don't need fast food, but that would make her uncomfortable. She would have to change. She would have to be uncomfortable, and she's not willing to change. And so these are just meaningless words that are falling out of her mouth right now, and she has said nothing new. And she not only has she said nothing new, but she's showing a bunch of old B-roll footage from Kuwait. I mean, so today's vlog was what, 10 minutes long, and a solid 5 of it is old footage. So, all right, let me find the next one she put up. But yeah, it's that planner was performative. She's not saying anything. She has no plan. She's not going to change. And I think it's going to take something like a major medical event to get her attention, but I also believe by the time she has a major medical event, going to a hospital because of ketoacidosis or blood sugars in the 400s or like the 20s for people that do millimoles per liter, if that doesn't get your attention, I don't know what is going to. So it's, yeah, exactly. You can go to food addiction and it's just, but the point is, hey, Blue Daisy, good to see you. I'm just kind of rambling on. And so my whole point of this is, Chantal is going to have to become uncomfortable. She is not willing to be uncomfortable, so everything we see, the writing in the planner, showing herself going for a walk, how is this any different from anything else she's ever done? It's the exact same thing. She just has some new side characters like her pretend husband and, oh, I'm going back to Kuwait. So her going back to Kuwait is on par with her what used to be, oh, I'm going to start going to the gym. I mean, it's blah, 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 blah. SSDD. I know I keep saying that, but okay, let's find. Okay, and then she did that Louise Poutine. Let me find the archive for that on the farms. Let's see. Hopefully somebody archived it because I'm not watching her. All right, so it's okay. Archive on Twitter. All right, let me get. I guess we can watch it on the Twitter. All right, let me see. Wow, we have 90 people here. Sweet. So, well, it's 11, 12, 1. It's 2 o'clock in the morning over where
Did you know you can now request a personal?
where Chantal is. Put a 1 in the chat if you think there's a possibility that she might be watching this live. I don't tag her. I don't put her name in the title. Um, but we know for a fact she knows who I am simply because when she started her new Twitch channel, she had to manually go in and block me because she had never streamed on there before, but I was blocked. So put a 1 if you think there's a chance that she's lurking in here and watching. Or put a 2 in the chat if you think, she'll catch this on the replay. I'm just, because she doesn't have anything else to do. So, yeah, Cozy J, I don't know. 2, yeah, so 2 means she's probably not here. 1, but I know she watches my channel. We all know that she mentioned the sewing she needed to get some sewing. She brought up, oh, do I have Tourette's? Oh, leave a heart at the end or a seal, like I said. So she's watching. And the fact she manually went in and blocked Great Grebo from her new Twitch channel. So she's watching. Just is she watching live? Because I don't tag her. I don't put her name. Yeah, Susie, it's like I kind of think she does because I think she bounces from live to live about her. Is she a subscriber of mine? I don't know. But I don't tag her, but so all right, let me get this next one is almost 19 minutes long. It's the one she put out after. Let's see. Yeah, she's eating in the Kia. So, because she obviously went before the eclipse to New York. I'm wondering, did she get the food poisoning from the buffet down there? But we all know she doesn't wash her hands. So, but I am curious if even if she didn't have norovirus and if it was an actual diabetic ketoacidosis thing, if they stuck her in a more of a private hospital room because of the C. diff. Like, is she still testing positive for C. diff? So, okay, well, we'll get this. Yeah, exactly. Oh, and I don't even think I watched that Mexican mukbang she did. So if we still have time and everybody's feeling like it, maybe we'll watch that too. Man, see, that just tells you, like, it's just, there's nothing new going on. I'm not even keeping up. How sad. So, yeah, okay, so let me get this. Okay, let me put, okay, so everybody, let me know in chat if you can hear me and if you can hear this okay.
This video from me on Cameo that you can keep forever and ever. Cameos make great birthday and special occasion gifts. Check the link in the description and get your Cameo today. Can't wait to hear from you.
If anybody's just rolling in, this is the second video that Chantal put up today. We just got done watching the whole 5 minutes of the I'm walking and the cauliflower pizza crust thing, and then a bunch of B-roll footage from months ago while she, waxed poetic about all the things she's thinking about trying to do, which means nothing's going to change. And now we're watching the poutine video she put up a little later. Good night, Princess Alyssa.
Well, hello, guys. I have a special treat for myself and for you. Oh my gosh. I never thought I would eat this again.
How's the volume?
I shouldn't, but I mean, I know I shouldn't. Oh my gosh. This is a Italian poutine.
Poutine.
Might be Italians, I know.
So,
there's nothing Italian about.
My question for anybody, is that a personal size poutine, or is that like one that's meant to be shared? Because that thing is absolutely massive. I'm just curious. Because something that big, that looks more like a appetizer for everybody.
That's for sure. And yeah, I'm in the Kia. I'm pretty much living in the Kia.
Yeah, nobody wants you at their place.
This is going to be so messy. Oh my gosh.
Look at the size of that.
It's overflowing. Yum. So it's like fries.
And here she is. She's going to explain poutine again. Okay. We know it's fries. We know it's curds. Some cheese of some sort. And sauce on top. I mean, for fuck's sake. How many times are you going to state the obvious? Stop being superfluously redundant and repeating the same stupid shit for filler content because you have nothing to say. Just, good Lord. All right. I think it's a family size.
Meat sauce, like spaghetti sauce, and mozzarella cheese. And there's a rumor that this place gets their cheese from the mafia. It's such a stupid rumor, but...
There's a rumor this place gets their cheese from the mafia. Does that not sound like a rumor? Somebody in elementary school, or at the very most, somebody in like junior high, one of those stupid rumors that go around when you're a kid. And she's still discussing this rumor 30 years later. Pathetic.
Anyway, oh my gosh. The fork is bending.
Yeah, I agree, Blondie. That's a family size.
This is going to be too good. All right, brace yourselves for if I could ever get the...
So...
This is going to be messy. So,
real quick, I'm just going to say, and so I will die on this hill. So many people say, oh, she has Tourette's, da-da-da-da, or tics. Tics are not planned. Tics, let's just say I have a painful amount of experience with tics and stuff. And yeah, she has things that have become habit. It's like if you're hanging out with like me and Mr. Grebo hang out a lot. I call him Babe. Hey, babe, 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 babe. And I noticed when I spent a lot of time alone with him, then when we went up to visit my brother Grebo, the first, few hours when I'm talking to him, I kept calling my brother Babe because it's a habit. So I think these weird little mannerisms and stuff she's done, she gets in a habit of doing it because she thinks they're cute and quirky, and so they just kind of happen. Doesn't make it a tic. Am I a doctor? No. Do I have a lifetime experience with Tourette's? Yes.
If you don't like messiness, but okay.
Oh, that jaw and the slurping. Yeah, wipe your face, toddler. She's huge.
What is this?
Yeah, so this right here is performative. She gets
my tray wouldn't be able to hold this.
She gets the food on her face on
tray
purpose.
is. Gosh, you guys. So this is from Louis Pizzeria, which is like a classic, which is like an icon around here. But
I agree, Ponderous. I agree. It's I'll say, have you noticed Chantal she has a habit of saying this royal we. Like whenever she wants to defend herself, we large girls, us people that eat on camera, we are always attacked because of our weight, blah blah blah. She employs the royal we when she wants to pretend it's not just her terrible behavior, and then she also says, "Oh, eat with me," and stuff like that. Like it's this fun group activity.
It's owned by the friendliest little Greek man. I haven't had a grape soda in a long time.
Solid sugar. How many carbs? Here, I'm going to Google that real quick, guys. So, what is that? A Welch's grape soda? A Crush?
He's been working there like every day. Used to be him and his wife, and it's so sad and heartbreaking. But his wife passed away from cancer.
So bring it up
a few years back.
Bring it up while stuffing your face in your car, because that's a super cheerful fucking topic. You unfeeling, uncultured swine.
And
so, according to this, 12-ounce crushed grape soda has 39 grams of sugar or of carbs. It has 78% of your recommended daily allowance. So 78% of the sugars that a normal human should get. Not somebody with diabetes, but just your normal human being.
I went to elementary school with one of his daughters. And whenever your family owns a restaurant, I used to be so jealous and envious because
3D, that's
she could literally call up any hour of the day and ask for food and they would bring it to her. But she didn't really eat much.
Oh, that slurping.
So every lunch hour at school, well, we were eating bagged lunches we were not happy with.
Speak for yourself. There's nothing wrong with bag lunches.
She would get one of the restaurant's delivery people. They would bring her lunch. They would bring her a poutine every day.
Every day? You really think every single day? Or is that just the only thing you remember, Chantal?
And she was popular because every day, like she didn't eat much, right? So she would have she would take a few mousy bites of the poutine and then give the rest to whoever it called.
So that was why she was popular. It wasn't because she was a nice person or anything like that. According to Chantal's reasoning, the only reason this girl was popular was because she would let other people eat her leftover poutine. And when other people are eating off fries and stuff, unless you know them really well, I just don't know how many people are going to want to dig into poutine that somebody else has been eating off of, you know? It's my 2 cents.
Dibs first.
Yeah, that's how Chantal remembers it. It doesn't mean it's the truth. More smacking.
And if you won, it was like winning the lottery.
She is jealous.
Well, she had to somewhat like you.
Remember,
right?
Chantal lies. This is all through the filter of capsized ham planet that has been ambidextrously overeating for decades. So this is a very old story about somebody, and I remember her telling a story remotely a long time ago about a girl that Chantal used to follow her around and beg for her leftovers. But, yeah, so just take all this with a grain of salt.
You would have kids like at the first recess usually going up to her, running to her, whoever got there first, Dibs on your poutine, Nini.
Yeah. Chantal's the kind that would steal food, definitely.
Everyone called her Nini.
Way to bring up stuff that can get the person doxxed,
Or in
Chantal.
class.
Because that's appropriate.
Someone would be brave and like tap her like, hey Nini, can I have dibs on your poutine today at lunch?
So, how many people think, put a 1 in the chat if you think that the kids were lining up. Put a 1 in the chat if the kids were lining up so they could get dibs on the poutine. Put a 2 in the chat if you think that was pretty much Chantal's primary goal on a daily basis, and it's easier to say we all lined up when realistically it was probably Chantal who was lining up that wanted the leftover poutine. So 1 if you think everybody was doing it, 2 if you think it was this behemoth. Yeah, it's like I said, she's, yep, everybody says
Because
2.
Their gravy,
And this
even this,
I know, sorry, I'll stop pausing, but it's once again we're to that royal we. Whenever she wants to justify what she's doing, it turns into we, us. It's this group activity, you know. We're always attacked because we're overweight, you know, her, Amber, Life by Jen, blah, blah, blah. No. 99.9% of the people I see that comment on you, it has nothing to do with your weight, Chantal. You could be a skinny legend and you would still be a vile human being. It is your behaviors and your attitude that makes you gross. Nothing to do with your weight. That's just a bonus.
plus the Italian sauce, homemade, you can tell, and it's like so unique tasting and delicious. Anyway.
Oh, thank you, Justice. Yeah,
So,
like an animal. She eats like, it's like feeding time at the zoo when she eats.
I think I got it a couple of times. There was one time I was like her best friend for like a week straight, and I got to have poutine like all the time because she was like, no, my best friend's getting it.
Yeah, I highly doubt that was said. You know, Chantal lives a lie.
And then in grade 8, grade 7 or 8, I was really good friends with her.
She was such good friends with her that she can't remember exactly when it was. I could tell you dates of my friends, like that is standard, you know, you know exactly who was your friend when. Not like, oh, grade 7, maybe grade 8. No, that's not how that works. That shit is burned into your memory. Unless you're lying about it.
And she would invite me over for sleepovers all the time.
Did they invite Chantal over specifically? Or was it more like she invited a group of friends, and because, you know what I mean, Chantal got lumped in because the girl was nice, her parents said, well, if you're going to invite one of the girls, you're going to invite all of them. I'm just asking for a friend.
And my mom was probably like, yeah, please get out of here. Go sleep over at your friends. I'm kidding. Actually, she didn't like me to sleep over too much, but.
I like how she says just kidding when she's completely not kidding. Oh, thank you, Goose Chuck. The episode Little White Lies on Degrassi High. That's her Greek friend story. No. Okay, we'll talk about this. I believe it. I believe that.
She didn't like me to sleep there because the parents were always, like, not there. They were always working.
I like how all of her friends, like, remember the drunk friends where she woke up surrounded by crumbs because her house was gross? Those parents were never there. This friend, oh, my mom didn't like me there because the parents were never there. So apparently, her mom, her family were the only decent parents on the face of the planet. you know, and Chantal's the only one that had adults at home, and everybody else were just raised like wild animals. And she lowered herself to spend time with these.
And she had an older brother who like had always had friends over, and their parents had a bar in the basement. And they
Hey Nirvana, everybody say welcome to Nirvana. They're new. Welcome.
So they were Greek.
Oh, thank you, Dax. I'm glad you're feeling better, dude. We've missed you.
So
I'm saving to get
they had
like
a pool, so we would just swim a lot.
A new setup, so we don't have to do this.
Listen to Weezer. And she was like, if you're hungry, just order something from the restaurant. So, like, I would just pick up the phone.
I think her parents said, yes, please. If you're hungry, just order whatever you want from our busy restaurant at any time. Or was it more like if the parents were working, like, by the way, we're going to have dinner delivered to you at X time? Like I said, Chantal takes liberties.
The restaurant's on speed dial. And I would order, like, hey, can I have a pizza? Can I have poutine?
So, do you think she called the restaurant and said, oh, can I have this or can I have that? Or do you think it was more like she told her friend Nini, but I want pizza and I want a poutine. Come on, call your parents. Come on, call your parents. Come on, it's no big deal. They can have the delivery guy bring it. Like, what do you think's a more likely scenario? The parents said every time, like, yes, please, call the restaurant and just make our busy life busier. Or do you think it was more like Chantal, put a 1 if you think it was like, yeah, call the restaurant anytime you want, get anything you want, no big deal. Put a 2 if you think it was Chantal harassing this girl, haranguing her until they called the restaurant and Chantal got exactly what she wanted from the restaurant, you know, because maybe the parents were like, we'll have a pizza dropped off, but that wasn't good enough. Yep. I'm not crazy.
So all that to say, when I come here,
everybody's thinking the same
back
thing.
to Canada, I get very nostalgic to eat all of the things that I used to love, or all of the things that used to be like comfort foods, you know?
I get very nostalgic to eat all the things that used to be comfort food, things that I love. Chantal, if it's food, you love it. Oh, I've been craving spaghetti, basement spaghetti. Oh, I've been craving poutine. Oh, I've been craving this awesome pizza. Oh, I've been craving this cream of broccoli soup. Oh, I've been craving. Everything is comfort food to you. If it has calories and you can physically get it off of the plate into your face hole, it's something that you're craving. So stop the lying. Exactly, Grateful Life.
Grape soda was always my favorite.
Exactly, Blue Daisy.
So,
hold on. Oh, I thought it was a thing. Oh, I can't take you outside, but yeah, there's a big flock of Canadian geese because we live right next to where like it's part of their flight pattern, and that there's this huge field where they land, part of their migration, and oh my God, they're loud. It's getting to be the end of their season, but exactly, Enola. She thinks about it. She craves it. And that's just it. A craving is a very specific thing. It's pretty much Chantal, as we know, being the honors English major that she is like words have no meaning to her. So basically, if she thinks about a food, she that translates to I'm craving it, which is not what a craving is. So you know,
it really is.
There's no accounting for stupidity.
There's not many halal restaurants, maybe a couple.
Okay.
There's like shawarma places,
So she said there aren't any halal places. Well, maybe a couple. So I know I've Googled this before. There, even in Corinth, there are plenty of places where she could eat halal, no problem. They might be a little more expensive because it's not the norm there. So basically, what she's saying is if let's translate this. Oh, there's plenty of places I could eat halal, but I can't be bothered because I'm fat and I'm cheap, so I'm going to lie about it.
One halal restaurant I want to try, but it's closed for eat until like the 18th. I have my counseling on the 18th.
Yeah, Chantal has no discipline. None.
Actually, looking forward to talking to.
It costs more to get halal, and she's not willing to spend the money.
My feelings about what's going on.
I would guess that the portions are slightly smaller because it's not Western food. So so she would have to pay more and get less food, and there's no way Chantal wants that. Halal for Chantal, she's cosplaying. I can almost guarantee you she's eating bacon behind the scene.
With everything. There's been so much that's happened in my life since the last time I ever had therapy, which I think was like a while ago.
The last time she had therapy was 2017, according to my calculations. Real therapy. And that was in 2017, and that was when she was seeing the counselors who refused to give her the binge eating disorder diagnosis. They said, no, what you have is food addiction, and so you need to stop eating the fast food, you need to stop eating out, and you need to start trying to practice moderation. She did not like that. She fired all the counselors because she bounced through a few of them, and that was the last time that she actually went to any meaningful therapy. If somebody knows of some other actual therapy she's tried for any amount of time, please let me know in chat. But like I said, I'm pretty sure 2017. So we're going on 7 years?
Yeah, I do hate it.
And that's just it. She forgets. It's like Chantal lies, and she can't keep track of her own lies because she doesn't think ahead for her lies. She thinks a thing and she says a thing and it falls out of her mouth. But because she's not really thinking about it, she doesn't track, so she can't remember what she said to who when.
Because I don't like talking about these things, really. But I'm gonna do it.
Exactly, Blondie. So, okay, so Nirvana brings something up. Says, why doesn't she say Yalla or Bismillah anymore? So, one thing I will note, I have it in my notebook, but there was a few times when she first got back to Canada and she was streaming, I'm wondering if somebody didn't say, keep the Muslim name, keep Islam out of your mouth, because she would say, I still believe in Allah, God. She would catch herself, and it was like I said, when she first got back there, but there were several occasions where she'd be talking and she would catch herself and change what she was going to say from like the Islamic or the Muslim equivalent, to the English version of it. So I am really wondering if after that suspension and stuff, because we know that she got the suspension, but if she got extra, kind of leery because the Muslim community was out to get her because of her hypocrisy and just slander. Well, not slander, but just, smearing of the community, that she's tried really hard to not use those words. And number two, they're foreign words to her. They don't actually mean anything to her. So now that she's home in Canada, she's going to go with what's easy. And that's the word she's always used. So it's, once again, that leads back to everything she says and does is highly performative.
Won't be able to eat all this, I can tell you.
Nola.
Definitely will have leftovers. So I'm not sure when I'm leaving. I'm not even sure what I'm doing.
I'm not sure when I'm leaving. I'm not sure what I'm doing. That translates to I need to save up the money to buy another ticket to get back there. So there's that.
With my life, but I'm just taking it day by day for now.
She's just trying to figure out what's gonna be easiest for her. Is what she's doing.
I'm getting very worried about the situation in the Middle East.
She's gonna milk her family until they just can't stand it anymore.
I know I don't typically talk about politics on my channel, but like, I'm legit worried about there's like Iran has now struck Israel, and it's like,
go ahead, smack talk Israel, Chantal. Because you were all pro Palestine and pro, Hamas and everything.
Their embassy being bombed, or, I think that's what happened.
Oh, so
things are getting.
Like I said, I'm not going to wade into politics, but here she is running her mouth about something she has no idea what's going on, but she's going to use it as an excuse for why she can't do whatever it is she wants to do. Like I said, once again, it's always about her. Selfish cow.
Bad over there.
Yeah, things are getting hairy over there. It's very scary.
Obviously.
They would 3D. Chantal is exactly.
Say, genuine. I'm sorry.
I will say that Chantal is the exact. She is the human embodiment of everything. I'm not speaking on behalf of, but a lot of Middle Eastern, a lot of Islamic people dislike about the Western world. She is a loudmouth, uncouth, lying, fake, entitled Westerner white woman. She just embodies everything that Islam is against. And like I said, I'm not defending anything. I'm just saying that she really is the epitome of all things that they dislike.
If I was ever mean to you,
that's a lie.
Because I've lashed out at viewers. I've been pretty nasty.
Yeah, that's a lie. She's not sorry. Things.
Even if it's out of anger, self-defense, whatever.
Even if I flash out of anger, self-defense, whatever. I like how she throws anger and self-defense in there. Chantal throws up straw man arguments. Like, she's the kind of person that says, what I did, let's say she, killed somebody. Well, what I did isn't so bad. Ted Bundy killed 8 people. See? So I'm not that bad. It's this conflation of two different things. It's these straw man arguments that she throws up to defend herself, not realizing 2 things can be true at once. Somebody could have said something pretty terrible against her that was really not cool. It doesn't make her response or the thing she says any less terrible. They could both be terrible things. They're 2 different things. They don't need to be compared. So you don't get off the hook by throwing up straw man arguments. So listen to this. I haven't seen this, but I suspect there's going to be some half-ass apology about how she wants to be a better person, and she can't let all these haters with all the terrible things they say, blah, 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 get to her. Let's see how bad the cope is here. The not taking responsibility for your own behavior. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Darn it. How did that happen?
I really don't like being that way and hurting other people.
That's a lie.
If I hurt you, if I'm responsible for that or offending you,
that's a lie.
I apologize. Truly.
She's not sorry at all.
That just includes everybody.
That's a lie.
I'm sorry, for things I've said.
I'm sorry I got caught.
Recently or during Cuba Rage.
I'm sorry I got my channel suspended. I'm sorry that my viewership's going down.
I hated my existence back then.
No, you still hate your
Yeah.
existence. So you're lying.
But it's no excuse. I have to be careful about how I treat people, how I talk to people.
Okay, so you need to be
You know?
careful how
That's the
you
only thing I
treat
can
people.
control.
Exactly. You can react or you can respond. You react. So what's going to be different, Chantal?
Losing my channel for a week, like getting a strike for my behavior towards another person, was eye-opening for me because I was like,
all right.
but I was responding to somebody hating on me. And
okay, right
matter.
here.
Like,
instead of saying my behavior was bad, I got a strike, it was eye-opening, that should have been a period. As soon as you say but yada yada yada, you have negated everything you said before that, because here's your reason, here's your thinking, here's you not taking any responsibility. But go ahead, let's hear this.
It doesn't matter. That sounds so juvenile. Like, I do need to grow up in that way. I need to accept that. I can't stop. I'm on the internet. I can't stop people from hating on me. No, not everyone's gonna like me. You know.
So I would like to point out, I know I'm on a tangent here, Chantal, if you say the smallest bit of criticism, if you critique anything she does, even when she's in the wrong, it gets labeled as hate, and she feels justified. And so here's the deal. I say this all the time. If you are going to a tea party and you show up with your cup already full with your own tea, why are you even going to the tea party? There's no room to get any tea, from the hostess who is serving tea. Chantal shows up to the conversation with her cup already full. There's no room for anything else, which means she's got it all covered. She's not going to listen to anything anybody says. So this right here is all a load of horse shit, right? She knows the words to say to make it sound like she's sorry, but if you listen to what she's saying, it's basically these people are all a bunch of haters, and I just need to learn to ignore them because it doesn't matter what they think. She's not sorry.
And people are gonna call me names or whatever, and just point things out about me, whatever. Yeah. They're gonna criticize me.
People are gonna point out the truth. And you don't like that. Just because somebody points out the truth and it's a criticism doesn't mean it's a negative.
And, I look like crap going back and raging against something that I don't like and doing the same thing. Calling someone names or whatever.
Calling somebody names or whatever.
It was eye-opening for me, honestly.
That sure sounds sincere.
About my behavior. And I don't like myself that way.
Can you imagine going to court, Your Honor? I was drunk, driving. I ran over 6 school kids, and apparently then I put the car in reverse and backed up over them or whatever. But I'm sorry.
I'm full.
Are you full though, Chantal?
I'm full. I have spaghetti sauce mouth like the kids in first grade. So remember I told you about that guy?
She's still talking about the kid in first grade. And
I got this shirt as a gift from.
Remember, she was saying it was spaghetti sauce, but then the story before that it was Kool-Aid. He had a Kool-Aid mouth. So what is it? Was it spaghetti sauce mouth, or was it his name was Steve, I think, or was it Kool-Aid mouth? The story keeps changing.
My birthday as well. I had a birthday celebration in private with Salah. I think I was on a strike anyways. And we went to my favorite restaurant, and he got me like a bunch of like Arabic desserts, and he paid for my new glasses. And
so my husband, that loves me more than anything on the planet, got me, the raging type 2 diabetic that has no control over my blood sugar, a bunch of Arabic desserts. Yeah, that sounds like love.
Also paid for most of the trip here, so.
He paid for most of the trip here.
We had some celebrations.
I think we've already established that she flew home this last time on the second half of a round trip plane ticket that she bought when she came home because of Poopgate in January.
Different family members, because I kind of just bounce around when I'm here.
I mean, she couch surfs and bumps off a bunch of people.
Some really cute things. And I'll do a separate vlog about my birthday. Like, I'll try to. I'll show you guys what I got and stuff.
I'll do a second vlog about a separate vlog about my birthday. Read as I'm gonna try to milk my content for as many videos as possible because I just got done putting up 8-month-old B-roll footage on my last vlog, so I need to make this shit last because I've got nothing interesting to say, and I can't film where I'm staying.
Anyway, I will do some live streams, just maybe like tomorrow or something. I just have been really sick. I can't believe that, but now I'm better, obviously, from eating poutine. When I was sick, I swore, I'm like, I'm never eating another bad thing for me ever again. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly, Justice. Her birthday was like 3 weeks ago.
Pack it up. And, you know, I'm still eating like some crap stuff, and, you know, I'm going to try to wean off of it, but.
That's a good point, Mudslicker. Where are those glasses? We haven't seen them. Did she sit on them like you said?
And eat less of it, but it's hard. Like I said, it's like mixed in with nostalgia. It's weird.
No, you're just lazy.
Anyway.
You're lazy.
That's how I think Tammy Slayton, she was asked, like, you know, how she lost weight. She had the surgery, but also she said she would still eat things like spaghetti and pizza, but just like way less. So like when she was in the, I think this was before her surgery though, actually.
Here's Chantal making
excuses. When she was in the rehab facility, they would give her spaghetti, but just like less of it with some salad, or pizza, maybe one slice. So I just said.
Quick question: did Tammy Slayton have type 2 diabetes? Let me know.
Like, you know. Anyway, enough of that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we enjoyed it.
Hello, Booty Beauty. Hello, Beezers. Did you know you can now...
Okay, it looks like it started over again. Hold on. Let's see. All right, so I have a question. I realize I haven't seen the Mexican taco bowl video. Do we want to watch that one? Or no, we've all seen it. No, she said something about Tammy saying, you know, Tammy and her eating and she lost weight. I'm like, was Tammy Slayton, what is she type 2 diabetic? Yeah, Tammy was in an inpatient where, like, yeah. Chantal's content's a stretch, no kidding. You haven't seen the Mex Taco Bowl? Yeah, I haven't seen it either. Do we want to watch the Taco Bowl one then, guys? Let me see if I can find it on either the Farms or the Twitter. Okay. How do I get back? So the Taco Bowl one would have been 2 days ago now. I gotta try to find it on the Farms. Let's see. So sure, it looks like everybody doesn't mind watching it. Yes to Taco Bowl. Yeah, I gotta be honest. I haven't watched the I've just realized basically since Friday I've just kind of taken the weekend off because it's just she's not gonna say anything new. It's everything we've heard. It's just the hamster wheel, man. It's just this everything on repeat. All right. Okay, so we got a bunch of B-roll footage. We got her stuffing her face in a car, the poutine, telling stories that it sounds like she stole some of it from Degrassi High. According to her, like all her friends, everybody, nobody had parents that stayed at home. Let's see. When was the Taco Bowl one? Was it on Saturday? I gotta find all right. Oh, did everybody see where she showed the homemade Alice in Wonderland thing? It's like the thing is like, did she lie just to lie, or did somebody tell her like, oh yeah, like I made this for you, and did she honestly believe that somebody made that for her. What do you guys think? All right, here's okay. That's the pic. I need to find the archive of it. Let's see. Where's the archive? Bum, bum, bum. Where is the archive of? Let's see what everybody's saying. They probably told her that he made it. That's what I'm wondering. Like, I know she's a liar, but I don't think she's that bad. I'm just wondering if. Oh yeah, sorry, I've got my headphones off. Hold on. Yeah, All right, can you guys hear me? So, yeah, perfectly imperfectly found the bag, and it was obviously not homemade. But I just get the feeling that somebody, like, like she got the impression somebody had made this for her. Yikes. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to find the archive of the taco bowl so I can play it without giving her the. All right, hold on. This wasn't well planned out. So, nope, nope. Maybe let me go back a lot further. Let's see. Oh, come on. Where's the archive? All right, I'm gonna go back to here. uh, sorry, guys. I'm trying to find the archive of the Taco Bowl stream. Okay, let's see. All right. Oh, here's the archive. Hold on. All right, this looks like the taco bowl, I think. Hold on. Yep, here's the taco bowl. Let me see what everybody's saying. Sorry, guys. I haven't had a burrito bowl in a really long time, so hold on. All right. Let me get this lined up again. Get the lights turned off. Okay. Sorry, I know it's a little wonky. I know, little white trash, right? Am I right? Sorry. Okay. Give me a thumbs up in chat if you can hear me okay. And I'll push play.
Hello, foodie beauties. Hi there. Want to wish someone a happy birthday? Or give a unique special
Thanks,
occasion
guys.
gift? Or, if you just want to have a personalized video from me to you that you can keep forever and ever and ever, get a cameo.
Isn't there some place you can check to see how many cameos she's sold? I'm just curious, like how many cameos is she actually selling? And like Goose Chuck said, it's gotta be just trolls.
Oh no. Hi guys! On today's episode, we are going to enjoy a beautiful Canadian nature intro here.
Hey, Natural
And then I'm
Ginger.
going to show you a special
Sorry I didn't say
gift.
hi earlier.
And then we will get lunch and talk a bit about the PayPal scam or no scam ordeal. Yalla, let's go.
I don't suppose somebody could go to Cameo and let us know how many of these things she's actually selling.
So I just wanted to share one of my favorite birthday gifts that I received.
The homemade
And
bag.
It's a Alice in Wonderland, sorry, I forgot the name, bag, like a homemade I guess, kind of bag that you can put things inside, like a cosmetic bag or something.
Not homemade, from
and
Amazon.
I can never have too many of those. Especially when traveling. I always, need an extra one usually for things that I buy while I'm here. So it says, always remember, you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem,
Exactly,
and smarter than you think, and loved more than you know. That's so cute. And it says, eat me, drink me, the Alice in Wonderland. I love it. So for me, these thoughtful gifts are actually more valuable.
Yeah, I think she thinks it's homemade and somebody let her think that. I don't think she meant to lie. I just think she's too stupid to realize.
Than like a bunch of money. For me, it's not like what you spend. It's the thoughtfulness you put in. Somebody thinking of you is priceless.
No way, Justice.
Well,
really?
I wanted to eat out here, but as you can see, it's raining. Hi guys, welcome.
So, Justice says it says 55 cameos sold altogether total. And how long she had Cameo? We should do the figure out how many that is per month.
Back to another video. Today I have bar burrito for lunch, which is like
hey Laura, welcome.
Canadian Chipotle. So let me unpack this. Lots of napkins, which is good.
Everybody say hello
and
to Laura.
We could just talk and chit chat about some things, and I'll have lunch with you guys.
Okay.
I'm severely craving.
So remember last month they got everything. They got the cameos half price. I'm wondering if she didn't rack up a fair few of those cameos last month when they were half price. So, but let's say all 55 were at $25 a pop. That's $1,375 total before taxes, before Cameo takes their cut, blah, blah, blah. It's been at least, 7 months? Easy 7 months. Let's say 7 months. That's only $195 before taxes, before Cameo takes their cut. And if it's been 7 months, it might have even been longer, which is only a gross of not even $50 a week. So it's okay, but you're not going to survive off of it.
Real bowl? Whoa. Yeah. Yum. Yum. Just like mix it around. So I got a barbacoa bowl.
A lot of carbs for the person with diabetes. So I haven't seen this. This must be before she did her ER run. Like, does she? I don't know. I haven't seen this. Does she talk about the norovirus in this?
Barbacoa is marinated beef, as you know.
I think they're $25 each for cameos.
Rice, beans, extra cheese, lime crema, guacamole, jalapenos.
She's charging $30 now?
Onions,
wow.
Salsa, pico, chipotle sauce.
Yeah, Blue Daisy, she hasn't made much on those cameos. Like,
scoop it with, I guess you could say. Dig in. The weather is so bad. Oh my gosh.
So, I would just like to point out that this is a woman with uncontrolled diabetes eating this. I would be curious to see what the calorie count is on this bowl.
Well, I guess that's spring for you, huh? Beauty bite.
And the amount of salt. Carbs, carbs, carbs. Exactly.
That's so good. Ginger. The Arriba chips are better than Doritos, I find.
Oh, thank you, Fatty. It's raining sideways.
This is my first, hefty meal since being sick.
So anybody that's just got over, a really bad stomach flu or something like that, do you really think you would be going out loading up on a burrito bowl? I call bullshit. That's why I really think it was ketoacidosis. To had her in the ER. Exactly, Bootstrap. Exactly, Cozy J. Unbelievable.
I did have, a pretty hefty meal, actually, yesterday. I had some birthday.
Wow, fatty.
I had a birthday celebration meal.
1,700 calories. 1,700 calories minimum with 3,000 milligrams of sodium in
I had
that.
it late because I
Wow.
was sick, you know.
And that doesn't include
How
the
much you
chips.
drink? I have Gatorade Fit, the watermelon strawberry today.
So,
yeah, I was like.
So I love how it says fit, if it says organic, if it says healthy, if it's high vibrational. She has all these buzzwords she thinks is gonna negate these terrible dietary choices. All she eats is processed food and garbage with a lot of sugar.
1 sugar, 3 grams of carbs.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Naturally sourced, blah blah blah.
Blah blah blah. It's you are actively killing yourself right here. You are the personification on how not to deal with type 2 diabetes.
Eagle everyone who celebrated.
Yeah, so I don't think you get to wish people like, oh, Ramadan's over, and use those words of celebration, because you didn't celebrate, you did not honor that holiday. If anything, you are a disgrace to everything Ramadan stands for. So, maybe just zip it. You LARPing, lying piece of dirt. Carbs.
The barbacoa meat is so tender.
Carbs.
I love it.
You think that's halal? Trans fats. Exactly, Steph. Yeah.
I have some Lush gift cards for my birthday.
So, obviously her family got her Lush gift cards. So, real quick, put a 1 in the chat if you think Shmi is just as terrible of a human being. If Shmi and her family are pretty much, they are what we expect them to be, and they're really no better than her, because they have enabled her to be like this and continue to support her. Put a 2 in the chat if you think they're just innocent victims that are just going along with it because they love her and they don't know what to do. I'm a solid 1 on this. Shmi gets everything she deserves, man. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and Chantal might have been a rotten person from the get-go, but it seems like they continually enable her to be the worst version of herself. So, and if you think Shmi's innocent, it's cool. I get it.
So I have to at some point go to Lush.
Yeah, I hear you, Justice. I think
and there's one in the Rito Center, I think,
yeah.
still, and the Saint Laurent Mall.
She came home to get her birthday presents. Exactly, Ponderous.
I'm just trying to enjoy my time.
I hear you, EP. I think one of the deals with Shmi is like, she's made this bed and now she has to sleep in it, and it's to the point where, like, what do you even do when you've got somebody in your life that is this bad? You know what I mean? So I don't feel bad for them. Annie Rasta, Chantal and her aunt are very similar.
Mukbangs are very popular right now. And I've been seeing them and I'm like...
Exactly, Cozy J.
Oh.
I agree, Dax.
I'm feeling a lot better. I mean, I'm pretty much better.
Oh, really, Justice? I thought she pronounced it Shmi and Smee. I gotta check on that.
I don't even want to, like...
Oh, agreed.
Drama or rumors.
Natural ginger.
Things like that, but...
My family would have... Yeah, I would have been dead to them if I had behaved Yeah, my brothers are, and my sister, they're just horrified that I even go live. They're like, "Why are you talking about this woman, and don't say anything stupid or we'll have to kill you." It's like, yeah, Chantal is a complete embarrassment.
Um, regarding like PayPal scamming.
Oh, here, let's let the scammer explain why it's not a scam. I'm sure she's heard something similar from Salad as to why he's doing isn't grifting, but pray do tell.
I had 3 people donate to me, and I made $37. Which, thank you guys very much. So, end of story. I had like 3 people who donated. I made 30, like 37, 36, $37.
I hear you, Dax.
That's all I'm gonna say. And I offered my money back. So
I offered my money back. That just tells you a Freudian slip, right? She already considers it hers.
wanting it. So that's all I'm gonna say.
I don't feel bad for anybody that donated to her at
Just
this
to
point.
clarify.
They deserve
It's
it.
peaceful right now.
Exactly,
It's like
Goose
a taco
Chuck.
salad kind of.
You can see, I mean, her face is like all this. It will just be like, man, I would just give anything to see what she looks like without those slimming filters on, because we've seen the Mack truck size um, shopping carts and the mystery tiles that stretch out and elongate different directions, the square ones depending on what direction the camera's filtering. So it would be very interesting. And we remember a couple years ago when she walked into Pizza's room and his camera caught her live streaming versus what we were seeing when she had her camera propped up on her chest. So it would be very interesting to see what Chantal looks like without the slimming filters, without the eye widening filters, just to see how beady her eyes are and how huge her face is. It it's going to be shocking. So hopefully we get a major filter glitch soon so we can see it.
Mm. But your appetite, it does come back.
Yeah, exactly, fatty. 3 people out of 100,000. Tell me about your subscribers without telling me. Oh,
When
Uncle.
you're like, no.
Yeah.
I'm never.
I'll stop pausing, but yeah, Auntie Rasta is Chantal is just a younger, fatter version of Uncle Phyllis. It's just vile human beings, and so that's why I don't have a lot of empathy for the family, because like if one one person with abhorrent behavior, sure, anomalies happen, but the fact that we have an aunt like this just tells me there's something about this kind of behavior is permissible, it's allowed, it's been encouraged, it's been fostered. So yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, the way she's eating is pretty sus. Thanks, Justice.
Might be loud because of the rain.
Yep, Ponderous.
I didn't even realize that. Maybe it's super loud.
These two scumbags deserve each other.
That's definitely going to be someone's thumbnail.
Yeah. Tell me you watch everybody else without telling me.
You guys like pinto beans or black beans more?
Look at all those carbs going into the diabetic's mouth.
The pinto.
So a sedentary middle-aged woman like Chantal realistically should not eat more than 1,400, maybe 1,500 calories a day if she was of normal weight. This is like a minimum of 1,700 to 2,000 calories, and this is just one feeding. Not to mention she's diabetic, so yeah. Yeah, this is just filler feeder, just wasting time. She has nothing to say. Nothing to say.
I also should have got some hot sauce though.
She is a
Hot
teratome.
sauce is where it's at.
Nothing interesting to say.
I have an idea.
And that was not a single serving bag of chips that she had either. I'm pretty sure it's one of those bigger bags, so how many servings are in that? We're probably up around 2,400 calories easy, plus added sour cream. Good night, Granny Noodles. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Sorry for my unhinged ranting. Shovel it in. There you go. Nothing says I'm going to change like eating large quantities of carbs on stream when you're diabetic, right? Down that sugar water.
So I just want to say also that, you know, so many creators have some kind of link to a donation site, like a PayPal,
Oh, here
Cash
we go.
App, whatever.
Here's making excuses.
We entertain your butts. Like, we should get...
we entertain your butts.
We should get paid. We should get money.
We should get paid. This from the asshole that just a couple weeks ago was saying, why should I tip? You get paid by your employer. It's not our responsibility. Hypocrisy much? You hypocrisy, Chantal.
And, you know, there's no shame in that. Like, it's not like I rely on PayPal donations to, like, support me. So, yeah, so that's totally not the case.
You hypocrisy, Chantal.
There's no scamming going on. You know, nothing of the sort. Nothing of the sort. I guess that's it for this video. That was a very delicious lunch.
That was a waste of time.
Thank you for eating with me, and I'll see you in the next video.
Nobody ate with you? Okay. All right, so that's that. Oh crap! Sorry, I just dropped my speaker. So I suppose we've been doing this for a couple hours, so we should probably wrap it up because it's getting late. Yeah, I don't think I need to review all my past. Oh wait, hold on. Let me turn these on so you can hear me. Can you hear me now? Yeah, let me go back through. Like I said, I spent so much time making these notes. So since she's been back, I liked how one thing I will say is her story when she was flying back. She supposedly got the bad cream cheese sandwich on the Kuwait to German leg, but then got the scoots towards the end of the Germany to Canada leg. No, that it just doesn't make sense. You know, she only bought one seat. Her guts were killing her because she eats, you know, like an animal. In her flying vlog, I don't want to complain, proceeds to complain about everything. And then she was waiting for a bus, so obviously nobody came to pick her up. Let's see. But yeah, a lot of filler content. And I think lately she's been doing her I said shh because she likes the Tourette's speculation to keep people talking. Like I said, she's a, she's an idiot, but she's not stupid. So she knows how to keep people talking. Because to Chantal, any attention is good attention, even if it's negative. She's been doing the whah thing a lot, which I can't stand. I want to trying to see what else. But I don't think she really had. I think she was super excited when she got home, but I don't think she had any plans of staying in Canada. I really don't think so. I think she's gonna go back. She just needs to get the funds to go back, and she's just stringing people along by saying that she wants to stay there. There's no way. She's too lazy. Let's see. Yeah, I agree, Sunny. See that it's like she's just getting extra annoying. It's she feels so smug. So we have the ERBs, which we already went over. Supposedly doing cameos from the hospital room. Yeah, I don't believe for a second that she was that sick. We're wondering, was she in the separate room because she still has C. diff? Uh, yeah, I think we've pretty much covered everything. But it's I don't think her views are going to get much lower just because she gets so many hate watchers, but I don't think she's just not going to get back to the level she was before. And I don't know, with as boring as she's getting, like me, who I've been an avid watcher, is I, I haven't. I didn't watch these last three videos. I just couldn't be bothered. I didn't even. I wasn't making notes. Nothing. It's just so when you have like the hardcore people like us starting to drop off, it makes you wonder. Like And if she goes back to Kuwait, her views will have themselves quickly. Sleazers instead of beezers. That's funny. Hold on, I'm gonna get a cookie. I'm hungry. Oh, these are open. Hold on, guys. Sorry for the noise. I gotta. Mr. Grebo left these open, and I don't want them to go. I gotta get a cookie, but I also need to find. There we go. All right. I suppose we should start wrapping it up. I do have some photos, but like I said, I think we've covered everything we need to cover. We've been doing this for over 2 hours. Um, I hear you, Shannon. Yeah, most of the people in this chat, we've been around. I know, sorry, I'm munching. Most of the people in this chat, we've been around for a hot minute. Like, we're not the noobs, we're not the conspiracy theorists. We're kind of the people that have just watched when we talk about what we see and the possibilities. And yeah, when people like us stop being interested, I think so too. Virgil, I think she thinks she's going to get a new audience like she always did before. Um, she'll pick up some new hate watchers, but she's not going to get. And it's got to be straight trolls. Pretty much that. There's a few people that are in the same boat as her, and they all like to enable each other. But yes, sorry if my chewing. Yeah, Blue Daisy. I'll see if I can't get him to sing for us again soon. He's got to be in the mood. He's like I said, he's like dealing with a toddler. Gotta like bribe him to get him to do stuff. Can you imagine making $12,000 a month just for month after month and having nothing to show for it? Pathetic. And I think she keeps living in the Middle East because I think they looked up like the rent she has to pay is like 1,200 Canadian for that place she's in, which isn't that bad. So between that, and her food, she probably has enough to survive. But the money she makes, just with the way rents are in Canada or like here on the West Coast where I am, in the Portland area, you can't even find a studio for $2,500. So I don't think she could afford to live in Leafland, and I don't think she the work it would take because nobody's going to want to rent to her. Yep, yep, Goose Chuck. Right? Can you imagine having made that much money? I would own a house. I would flat out own a house if I made as much as she did for that 1 year. Yep, the Bazaya is coming to an end, and the thing is like it's us hardcore, I guess you could say, Chantal historians is like we've just like I went 2.5 days, 3 days with not even checking in. Like it's just like I already know she's not gonna do anything unique. She's not gonna say anything unique until she's willing to change. It's just like nothing. We're not going to get any decent content. We're not going to get anything new from her. It's the same old. And it's just like we're all just here. It was kind of like Game of Thrones season 8. Did I want to watch it? Fuck no, but I invested the time, so I sat through it anyway, even though it was a complete and total train wreck and very disappointing. But it's kind of, how I view Chantal at this point. Yep, exactly, Cozy J. She's doing this to herself. Let's see. McGizzy, what did I didn't always corrected their spelling. It's the end. Yep. It's just a matter of time. So all I can say is sorry, not sorry. I just hope she's live streaming when whatever it is comes for her, I let's see, hardcore Gen Xers can't be bothered with what anyone else owns, right? So let's see, the only thing I want to watch is her getting arrested for, right? That's the one thing is notice she's not showing herself driving around much anymore. Yeah, she has been paying attention. Like, I think she has enough haters and trolls that she knows, she doesn't want to be seen driving around because we know she's eating gummies left and right, high as heck. So we haven't really got to see her walk, so it'll be interesting. I guess what I'm gonna do is we'll just sign off because it's like past midnight here. It's 3 in the morning on the East Coast, and for natural ginger, what is it, like 8 a.m. for you over there? Is it 5 a.m. Ginger? It's about what, 5:10 a.m. where you are? So we should probably, yeah, and I'll keep making notes. I'll try to go live sooner rather than later because I had a ridiculous amount of notes for us to go through, but just at this point, what, yep, oh, 8 a.m. Wow, okay. Good. Oh, that's right, because it's midnight here. So for some reason I was thinking it was 9 here. So 8 a.m. Good morning, Ginger. So, yep, 3:10 Eastern. Uh, it's the Pacific Northwest. It's a little bit past midnight here. All right, so I'm gonna say goodnight to everybody. I don't even have anything interesting to say to wrap this up. Um, I'm just trying to think. Like, we haven't talked about anything unique or specific to this stream, so it'll be hard to tell from the hints she drops. We know she's watching this though. She'll go through. She'll read the chat. She'll read everything. Um, I love the idea of a bread bowl, but I want my bread separately when it comes down to it. Yeah, I'm with you, Ponders. I'm the same way. The bread bowl, it's an amazing idea on paper, but I like my bread and my soup separate. Okay, yeah, it's Monday morning, so I'm gonna start saying good. So, Sinisi, thank you for being here. Ponderous, Cozy J, Blue Daisy, Natural Ginger, thanks for um being here. Shannon, thank you for being here. Goose Chuck, definitely good to see you, my man. No Justice, thank you for being here. Minka, thank you. Um, Minizi, I always screw up your name. I'm so sorry. Dax, Mc, McGeezy, thank you for being here. Dax, Tink Frog, thank you. Nirvana, thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being part of the Greebet. Stephanie, good to see you. I'm glad you got the night off. Catlicious, good to see you. Is there anybody forgot? Let me know before I sign off. Yep, Nirvana. Okay, it looks like I've got everybody that's talking in chat. So I'll try to, I know I always say this, I'll try to go live sooner rather than later. I'll get to it when I get to it. Oh, Aaron K, good to see you. Grateful Life, good to see you. Nothing but trouble. It's cool. You can rewind and watch it. Good night, everybody. I will try to go live sooner rather than later. Mudslicker, good to see you. Um, Appreciate you being here. So yeah, I just all I can say is I say this all the time. A thought not followed by an action means nothing happens. And so whether you're a drug addict or you're a food, I just if you want to change something about yourself. A, you need to be willing to be uncomfortable. B, you need to be willing to change. You need to accept responsibility. And C, like I always say, a thought not followed by an action means nothing happens. Stop wasting everybody's time. So, Chantal, oh, Overfear, thank you for being here. So, everybody, have a really good night. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the super chats. Like I said, I'm eventually going to get like a new iPad and, get some kind of setup that's not an iPad sitting on Mr. Grebo's underwear tote. Oh, wait, no, these are his socks? No, these are his t-shirts. So, all right. Thanks, everybody. Good night. I will talk to everybody soon. And don't forget to watch my daily shorts, because am I boring? Yes, but I try. Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you. Good night.